Sanbonani, Dumelang, Lekai, Ukhandet, Naketing. Thank you for watching this vlog. Today I want to talk about or encourage you, specifically as a South African or African student, to do an internship abroad or to study abroad. I made a few points here that I want to talk about, so don't mind if I keep looking down. So I have done an internship abroad in the USA last year in 2020, and it was such a great experience, and I wish that more people that I studied with, my friends, people who I have worked with briefly here, I wish that they could have had a similar experience that I did, and even people that I don't know. Because this is gonna sound cliche, but it's true. Going abroad gives you a global perspective. It opens your eyes, you see new things, you experience different culture in terms of working, talking, networking, socializing. It just makes you think outside of your home and what's going on around you, and think about what's happening all over the world. So when I was in varsity, I didn't do any exchange programs or anything like that. I don't remember anyone giving us a presentation or information about studying abroad. I think, so I speak specifically just for tax UP engineering. I think that option was only open to like the top achievers in the class, because I remember there was one guy, he was a top achiever, and he got to go to MIT for a year, I think in third year. I was not a top achiever. I was not in the high percentile. I was very much average, just getting by. So I didn't even think about applying for such things, even if they weren't available. I was just focused on study, get my pass mark, go to the next year. And I have to say that I regret it. I really regret it. I wish I had joined more societies, done more projects, just did more things, still engineering related, but not for study purposes, just for learning and experience purposes, because I feel like I missed out on a lot of opportunities to learn, and have fun with what I was studying. I was just focused on passing, which is not a bad thing, especially if you're on a bursary or you have a specific time period where you're supposed to finish your degree because people are depending on you, or someone is paying for your fees. Then it's totally understandable just to be focused on your studies. But if not, and you have the privilege to take it easy, I 100% encourage you to do more stuff. Even if it's projects that are not related to your studies, just do projects that will help you gain experience in the real world. So when I was in high school, there was a girl from France. She was staying with my family for about 6 months, I think, and she was attending high school with me. So she was doing some exchange program, and when she left, I told my parents that I really want to do it. I want to go to France, and they said no, because it was too expensive, and I think they thought I was just too young to be in a different country on my own. Like I said, in varsity, never considered it. And then my first internship was with BMW at the plant in Roslyn, that's in Pretoria. And it's a manufacturing company, it's a factory, they make cars there. When I first started there, they were making the 3 Series, the one before this one. Now they make the X3. So big company, international. So it was my first experience really being exposed to like people from all over the world, specifically from Germany because it's a German company. When I was there were about 20-ish international students, mostly from Germany, one from Brazil, from where else? One from the Netherlands. Maybe there were some from other places and I didn't know them. And then there were a lot of local South African interns. I was one of them. I'm not sure about the number. And you could see we were having two different experiences because they're in a different country. I mean, for them, it's a much bigger experience. It was also a great experience for us as local interns, but it's home, you know, you are sort of in your comfort zone. And I made very good friends with a lot of those interns, and I could see that there's a difference in the way the local interns think and their perspective on the world and them, because they had an international way, a global way of looking at things, and for them the world was bigger and anywhere in the world was accessible, and for us we were a little more reserved, you know. And I decided that year that I am going to do a year or a few months abroad as well and do an internship somewhere. I particularly wanted to do it with BMW in Germany, and so I started applying. Didn't work out, unfortunately. And then after my internship year, I joined their graduate program in their procurement department. And as great as it was, I just didn't feel like it was for me. That specific area of engineering, it just wasn't for me. And I decided that, and I didn't really have the opportunity to go to another department like as permanent staff. So I decided that after my contract was going to end, I was gonna leave and hope for the best. Hope that something was going to come up. And then a lady from HR, she contacted me because she was part of the people who were trying to help me get an internship in Germany, but it failed. So she was like, why don't you try and apply for an internship at the plant in the USA? And to be honest, I wasn't really interested in going to the USA. Like it wasn't high in my list on countries that I wanted to go to, but I was like, okay, I'll try it out. And she connected me to an ex-colleague of hers who is American, and he used to work here in South Africa. And yeah, he also encouraged me to apply, and I applied. And long story short, I got an internship at the BMW plant in the USA. And I am so glad that I did it. I'm glad that I applied, and I can't put the experience in words. Maybe I will in another vlog. It was awesome. Learned so much, met people from obviously America, Mexico, Brazil, Germany, where else? A lot of places. And I came back a more confident person in myself, in working with authority, speaking with authority, in my capabilities. And even though it's the same company, BMW here and there, I would say I had two different experiences because the people are different. The work culture there and here is different. So that broadened, I know I'm repeating myself, but it broadened my way of thinking and interacting with people. Yeah, so if you are watching this video and you have been inspired to do a term abroad in your studies or an internship abroad, do it. Obviously now is probably not the right time or the perfect time to do it because of Corona, and a lot of countries have locked South Africans out because of the special strain of COVID that we have. But if and when things go back to normal, go ahead, do it. Go to a country in Africa somewhere. In Europe, I recently spoke to someone and he said that they have this program called an Erasmus program. And what it is that you can study at another university in another European country for I don't know how long. I don't know which countries participate in that, free of charge. That would be so cool if we had something like that in Africa. Maybe we do. I don't know if we do. But if we had, it would encourage knowledge, experience, and cultural exchange between African youth across the continent. You could know what life is like in Kenya, and they could know what it is like in here in South Africa. I really hope that something like that is set up in the near future within the African continent, and we can get to know each other as young people. There's one more thing I want to say, is that engineering, I think, is different from country to country, depending on the needs of the country and the development of the country. So I think South Africa is more focused on maintenance, manufacturing, mining, and we're not so big on innovation and creating. So if you were to go to another country where there is a lot of innovation and they have their own brands there, you could get inspired to come back and do that for South Africa. And I don't know, I think that it's high time that South Africans start to create for themselves instead of being an import country. Yeah, that's another benefit of, I think, going abroad, is that you can bring back skills to the country. Yeah, that's about it. If you have done a semester abroad, whether in high school or university, or you've done an internship or abroad, or you're an expat, please leave me a comment and tell me what your experience was. Did you enjoy it? Yeah, that's it for this vlog. Thank you. Bye.